a three, a four. 2, a 3, a 4.
This is an accessibility review of the Heirloom Market at Comstock Ferre, 263 Main Street, Wethersfield, Connecticut, 06109. When you first arrive, it's absolutely beautiful because it's old Wethersfield, but you're going to realize quickly there is no accessible parking spots. There are no handicap parking on the road when you're in that area. There is one accessible spot that I saw behind a museum next to the Heirloom Market, but it's not part of the Heirloom Market at Comstock Ferre. Once you park and you get on the premises of the Heirloom Market, you're going to notice the whole patio is brick. It's absolutely stunning, but it is bumpy. It is uneven in some parts. So just be very, very careful when you are entering onto the property. There are picnic tables. Some of them are warped or older wood. So it's better to put a towel down, or if you have like one of those cushions for benches so that you don't get a splinter. And then also there's a really nice gazebo. It's not accessible for wheelchairs, but it may be accessible if you're in a walker and you can do 1 or 2 steps. It would be accessible that way. And then you get to the front of the Heirloom Market, and you're going to notice very quickly that the wheelchair ramp is very old. It is crinkly. I thought I was going to break it just by walking on it. And there's only a rail on one side of the ramp. Once inside the Heirloom Market, it is very spacious. The aisles are very wide. And it feels like you're going back in time. Now, this place opened in 2016, but they are trying to keep the rusticness of it. It used to be a seed, like a place that sold seeds, or a seed barn. And it was converted into this coffee shop market / a place that you can go and read, relax, a place for gardeners or a person that's into horticulture, or even people who want to sell their produce. So there's fresh produce, fresh cheeses, fresh dairy, and they also have a deli in there as well. The Heirloom Market has a deli menu that consists of breakfast, sandwiches, eggs are served all day unless they run out, toast. There's a portion that says eat your greens. They have a farm market salad for $14, roasted organic beet salad for $14. They have a kids menu that has a grilled cheese with apple slices for $9. And then an organic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They have peanut butter or almond butter for $7. And then they have sandwiches that range from $13 to $16 is the highest amount. And then they have soups and sides. So they have like a cup of soup, like they have one daily soup a day. And then they have a hummus plate. The hummus plate is $9. And then they have veggies, soft-boiled eggs, avocado for just like an extra on the side. The sides are $2 each, or if you want like bacon sausage or like ham or turkey, that's $4 each. So the prices are a little bit high for an average person, but this is old Wethersfield. So Wethersfield is known as a more high-end town, And online, it actually says that some of the reviews say that the prices may be considered high and they potentially deter budget conscious customers. And also because there's sometimes it gets very, very full. A lot of people like to come to the Heirloom. So if you do order food, it does take a while to get back to get your food. So you have to be patient. They give you a little like round digital beeper device, and when it rings, that means your food is ready. So while you're waiting for your food, you can walk around and pick stuff that you want to buy. Now let's talk about accessibility inside the building. Inside the building, the main floor is accessible. There are other parts of the building that if you have a wheelchair or use a wheelchair, or have issues ambulating or walking, you will not be able to get to. There are parts of the floor on the main floor that are uneven. So you need to be very, very careful. And there are stairs to go to the other levels of the building. They are not accessible. There's no handicap parking. There's rails here. There's no rails on both sides, just one side. You go slowly. The steps are warped and they're uneven. This fake wall moves, so don't hold on to it. There's like stuff on the wall so you can get cut, staples and stuff, so be careful. The last few steps has no railing. Steps do have 2 rails on both sides, but the steps are still warped. The Heirloom has a lovely back greenhouse dining area. It's really, really pretty. It does have a really nice wheelchair ramp. There's a little lip at the end. You have to be careful not to trip. The Heirloom does have 2 accessible bathrooms. The one that I used wasn't the cleanest. It could have been better. The hallway is a bit narrow, so if you have a larger wheelchair, you won't be able to turn around. You would have to only be able to go forward or backwards. But other than that, it's just a standard handicap bathroom.